Everyone, my name's Mick Cooper, 51 years old from Sheffield in the UK, and I am 3 weeks tomorrow post-op from having the gastric sleeve. I thought I'd do a little update on things and tell you how things are going. As ever, if you like these videos, click on the subscribe links at the end if you want to follow me for whatever reason on Instagram. It's Mr. underscore boom underscore gastric. What a cracking name, not. There's not a lot on there, but I'm gonna start putting some recipes, and I might even do a little cookery thing. Who knows? The things that we can do on modern technology. Anyway, let's get cracking. Well, I can hardly believe that 3 weeks ago tonight, and it's Sunday night. I'm recording this. It was like the eve of the surgery, and God, my guts were all over the place. I was panicking. I was nervous. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. The only thing that really helped me through on that night was going to the Zoom support meetings that I've been going to. Um, then the operation came and went, and that word life changing is often used, and it's often used and overused. Um, for me, it's been life changing, and I'll explain why. In the morning, the first thing that I would do as soon as my eyes opened was I would have an obsession to get food. I wasn't even interested in it being something nice like eggs Benedict for breakfast, for example. I would look for something that was high in calories, something that would fill me. So I would eat something ridiculous like 12 Weetabix. Now you might, if you're not someone that overeats, you might be sat watching this thinking, how the hell does someone eat 12 Weetabix? Well, my stomach was like this size, and it's now this size. So I needed something to fill it. Even when I was eating healthy, I was having huge portions. So when I wasn't eating healthy, I was still having huge portions. So now, in complete contrast, for breakfast each morning, I will do one of those like sachets of Oats So Simple. I'm showing you, look, it's about that big. Do a sachet of that with some milk, and I very rarely finish it. I'll probably have half of that for my breakfast. Then in the middle of the morning, I might have a yogurt or a protein mousse, protein yogurt, protein mousse. Um, Always try and look for something that's got 20 grams or 25 grams per 100 grams of protein, and these tend to have that. But again, I can't always finish a full one. It might just be a half of it, or it might even be a third of it. Um, for my lunch, I'll have something very, very basic like a big soup, but rather than just having it as a tin of big soup, as you know the big chunky bits, there's a lot of nutrients in there. It's good for protein, so I stick that in my NutriBullet, blend it down because I'm still on the pureed stage, and rather than it being really watery like the soups were on my first week, these are more what's the word? Is it cetaceous? You know, they make you feel full when you've eaten them. So I'll have half a tin of big soup, and it's great because that really does fill me up. And rather than eating now to feel bloated and to feel like my stomach is hurting, I've been told to eat to where I feel satisfied. And it's kind of a weird feeling because I used to eat like Scooby Doo. Yeah, you get your food in front of you, and I'd be. By the time one mouthful had gone in, I'd be putting another mouthful in, then another mouthful in, and it would just keep going in, going in, going in, and my stomach would fill up, and then when my stomach started to hurt, I'd be full. Now I'll have a spoon of soup. I'll wait 20 seconds, maybe a bit longer. I'll have another spoon of soup, and I take my time with it. I enjoy it. I make sure that it's, you know, I enjoy the taste of it. Yeah, I'm not just like posting food, I'm actually enjoying what I'm eating. So by the time that it's gone from there to there, 20 seconds, it's in your stomach, and then again, it's in your stomach. Again, your bariatric teams will give you an idea. For chewing food, it's a little bit different, but at this stage, it's like a puree. So it's 20 seconds, it goes in, and then eventually you start to feel quite satisfied, and then you stop eating. It doesn't matter if you've got half a bowl of soup left or you've eaten nearly all your soup, you stop when you feel satisfied. And that works for me. An example of what I might have for my evening meal would be something like a tablespoon of pureed mince and gravy, a tablespoon of pureed carrot, a tablespoon of pureed spinach, and then for the little amount of carbs that you might want would be a tablespoon of mashed potato. All these are pre-done in ice cube trays because they're roughly a tablespoon. Because otherwise you'd be cooking it, using a tablespoon and throwing it all away. And I'm a Yorkshireman. I don't like wasting money. So the other things that I might have during the day, I might have 2 tablespoons of low sugar custard. I might have a milky drink. Like I was talking about in previous videos, the options. I still like to put the protein in my milk, so I'm getting the protein. So I'm doing exactly what I'm being told to do. I'm not in a race with this. It's not a competition for me. I'm doing exactly as I've been asked, and I'm getting the results that I'm wanting. So I'm going to go on now to talk about weight loss. I'm going to talk about exercise, and I'm not going to show you any foods today. I will be doing at the end of my pureed stage. I'll show you what I've been eating for a period of time, like I did in the liquid stage. So the last bit, I'm just going to talk briefly about weight loss and exercise. A lot of you that know me on Facebook will know a lot of my posts are all about motivating and me when I've been running or me when I've been exercising. And those that know me from Slimming World will know that week to week, month to month, year to year, when I've been losing weight, I am absolutely obsessed with numbers. £2, £5, £1.50, slimmer at week, slimmer at month, come on mate, wait, all this lot. So you're going to find this really, really hard to believe. I got weighed on the day of my surgery, and I'd lost 2 stone, which is £28 in American money, and 12.8 kilos in new money for those that were born way after me. So you're going to find this difficult to believe. Since then, I've not got weighed. I have no idea how much more weight I've lost. I know that I've lost more weight purely because my clothes are getting way too big. My trousers and jeans and things like that are way too baggy. I went to the Aldi today and my jeans nearly fell down. That would have been funny. Probably would have made the local news, but who knows? They didn't fall. I managed to stop them doing it. So yeah, I'm not really bothered what weight I lose. I'm sure when it comes to the 9th of January and I see my surgeon and my dietitian, that's the date that I'll get weighed. I'll be jumping up and down. I'll be wondering how much I've lost because my scales were so inaccurate. They were like £5 or £6 off one day and then £4 up another day. So I throw them away. It's a waste of time guessing. I might as well just get weighed here and there. But for me, there's a lot of things that tie in with what I've had done. As I've said many times, it's not a magic pill or a silver bullet or anything that's a quick fix. Anyone that says it's a shortcut to losing weight is talking out of their arse. It's not. It really isn't. There's a lot of commitment involved here, but there's also 3 things that you need to be looking at, or I've looked at since doing this. One is what you're putting in your mouth, the amount of food that you're eating, and you have to be mindful on what you're eating. It's no use me liquidizing a Mars bar and eating that because it's just going to make me ill. It's just going to mean that I'm not going to lose weight. So I have to be mindful by what I eat. So the food is one part. The psychology of it and the support is another part. So reading about how I used to eat when I was a child and how you can't leave the table until you finish your plate, or you can't have a pudding until you finish your main course. It happens, doesn't it? We've all been told that. So the psychology behind why I did what I did is important. But the other part that's really important is, as soon as we are able to do it, exercise forms a big part of our weight loss journey. For me, I love walking, and when I had my knee injury and I wasn't able to do it, I used to go out and do a lot of nature and landscape photography, and I've not really been able to get much of that done. So for me to start walking again as soon as I possibly could was great. I started off with 3,000, then 6,000, then 9,000 steps, and now I'm up to about 10 to 12,500, maybe 4 or 5 times a week, which is good. Well, it's from what I was doing prior to surgery, it's a good amount of exercise for me. I'm itching to get back into the gym, but again, I'm not going to do that until my surgeon, my dietitian, the physiotherapist says that I am allowed to go back and train at whatever level they tell me I can train at. I don't expect to be able to go back in and start lifting gargantuan weights. Is that even an expression? Gargantuan weights? Lots of weights. Let's say that. So I'm not planning on trying to do more than what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to listen to what the experts are saying. I also listen a lot to what the people in the bariatric support group that I'm in say. They are people that are living with lived experience. So if you're on this journey and you've going through any weight management program, or if you go private, you might be told about these Zoom meetings. Get involved, get on the Facebook groups, get on the Zoom meetings, talk in them, listen in them, because you'll find some amazing pieces of advice. And then when you've had the surgery and you've got someone who's having surgery next week and they're absolutely shitting themselves, you can give them a bit of advice. You can, I tend to point people towards these videos mainly so they can have a good old laugh and, maybe see that it's not all dead serious. You've got to have a sense of humour. Keep your sense of humour going. But I have talked enough tonight. I said it was going to be a short video, and it is going to be a short video. As I've said before, if you want to subscribe, there's a subscribe thing at the end. Click on that. I'll put a video up maybe next week showing some foods I've been eating and what have you. I'm hoping to move to the soft stage from the pureed stage in maybe 7 days. Might be a little bit earlier, might be a little bit late. I have to listen to how my body's reacting, what my stomach's up to, and all that. But until then, you know what's coming next, don't you? Be seeing you.